What's good? What it is? Welcome back. Here we are. Second video. I put on my channel intro like probably almost a week and a half ago, and it's took me a while to get another video out. But I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, like trying to find a new mic and finding what uh recording equipment will work best, new channel logo, and a new channel name. Because if you type in Fiji on YouTube, you're gonna find probably like 101 channels that are named the same thing. So you got to find something unique. So that's a problem in itself, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're talking about this series that I am starting with this video called No Script. This is episode 1 of No Script. And basically what we're going to do with No Script is we're going to talk. There's going to be some gameplay in the background. It's probably going to be some 2K My League gameplay, so it fits. And we're going to talk about the Philadelphia 76ers and just the absolute dumpster fire that organization is right now. For those who don't know, I am a Philadelphia 76ers fan. And I don't like the direction that we're going right now. I will say that. To start, I am happy that not Elton Brand, he needs to be fired also, but that's a topic for later on. I am happy that Brett Brown is gone. I feel that while Brett Brown was a terrible coach, not even gonna sugarcoat it, he was a terrible coach. Constantly got outcoached, didn't make adjustments. He plateaued with the talent that he had. He plateaued. I feel like last season when we played the Raptors in the semis, I feel like that was his peak. I don't think he was gonna get us to the finals based off of his coaching alone. Like, he was gonna need a lot of talent to get us to the finals, and I felt that it was his time to go. I felt that after last year, when we lost to the Raptors, that it was his time to go. I felt that he needed to go, but I knew that based off of us losing off of that buzzer beater to Kawhi, he was gonna get another chance because we were gonna just try to run it back. That was the whole mantra in the offseason, was run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. And I knew that he was going to get another chance. Based off of that whole mantra, Brett Brown was going to stay. The problem with that, though, we didn't exactly run it back. We lost Jimmy Butler. There's been like multiple reports, and Jimmy Butler went on like JJ Redick's podcast and was talking about how like he didn't like how Brett Brown was coaching the team, and he felt that Brett Brown needed to be fired, and we needed someone else that was going to hold everyone accountable and lead and stuff. Sixers weren't hearing that. Jimmy Butler wanted out. Jimmy Butler went to Miami. We did a sign and trade. We got Josh Richardson back, who's a worse version of Jimmy Butler. Good 3-and-D guy. Good 3-and-D. But he's no Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy Butler's gone, and we traded Rocco, Saric, and Jared Bayless for Jimmy Butler. That's fine. Like, that's okay. But the problem is, now that Jimmy Butler's gone, Elton Brand has to double down. Like, it was a panic move. We lost Jimmy Butler. Now we have to keep the other person we traded for. We had to keep Tobias. So Elton Brand, who probably was bidding with himself, gave Tobias Harris 5 years, $180 million. I don't know who in the league was giving him that, for one. Like, you had to pay him that because of what we traded for him. We traded like 2 first-round picks, Landry Shamet. Like, we had to do that. We had to pay him that. What we didn't have to do was give Al Horford 4 years, $106 million. We didn't have to do that, for sure. And you have those two players who both are combined making $250 million. Both of them are playing out of position because Al Horford needs to be playing center, and Tobias Harris needs to be playing power forward. The fit is abysmal. And you're sitting here and you're trying to make it work and you're forcing it to work and it's just not working. Like the whole season, there's no way the whole season, like we're just laboring through the season. And just based off of our talent that we have on the team, it won us a lot of games. Granted, should we have been the, what were we, the 5th seed? No, we were the 6th seed. Should we have been the 6th seed? No. We go for being the 3 seed 2 years in a row to being the 6th seed. No. Al Horford, admittedly, he should have been gone at the trade deadline. That's when that's when Elton Brand should have been like, you know what, this isn't working. We need to get rid of Al Horford. But Elton Brand being Elton Brand, a man that just retired probably, 3 years ago, and now he has a GM job in the NBA, was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's keep going. We good. No, it wasn't working. We have no shooters. Before we got Alec Burks, who, whatever, and Glenn Robinson, who, whatever. Before we got those two, who was shooting off the bench? We had no shooting. We were trying to do this whole bully ball type of deal, but it wasn't working. None of that was working. So now we're stuck. Honestly, I feel like we're stuck with those two contracts. Because based off of their performance in the playoffs and based off of their performance in the season, who in their right mind is going to trade for those two? Like, who in their right mind is going to be like, damn, I need Tobias Harris on my team. He's going to push us over the hill. Or, damn, I need Al Horford on my team. Maybe we can finesse the Kings. Because I know the Kings were looking at Al Horford in the offseason last year. Maybe we can finesse them. But if we do trade them, I don't think the return is going to be anything. If anything, it'll just be clearing cap. And then we're just stuck with clearing cap. We have... Maybe we get some assets from those trades, like a first or a second or something. But we're just stuck back with Ben and Embiid with nobody around them. And we just wasted a whole year of their prime because we wanted to experiment with this. So I know Brett Brown gets a lot of the backlash for how the team performed, but if we're being honest, it has to go to the top. Elton Brand, just as much as Brett Brown, needs to be fired. There's no way he deserves a job after signing those two to those egregious contracts. There's no way. His potato bean head ass needs to be gone. Like, there's no way Elton Brand deserves a job after that. Like, that's inexcusable to sign those two to those contracts. The only one I can probably conceivably understand is the Tobias Harris one. Because you don't want to just trade all those assets and not retain what you traded for. That makes sense. But Al Horford, who was paying him $100 million? I don't care if you signed him to keep him away from guarding Embiid, or you signed him to guard Giannis in the playoffs. Which, I mean, why? There's no way that you needed to sign him for that much money. If you wanted him that bad, you probably would have just had to charm him. Because there's no way he deserves that much money at that age. Like, I feel like we're going to be paying him $27.5 million for the next 4 years, and he's 34. Al Horford is going to be making $28 million. He made $28 million in 2019-2020. He's going to be making $27 million next year, $27 million a year after, and then $26 million in 2022-2023. He is going to be 38 years old, making $26 million. This man is not LeBron James. This man is not Chris Paul. There's no way you can justify him making that much money. Not to mention, Ben Simmons, his contract kicks in next year. Ben is about to be getting paid $29 million in 2020. Embiid's contract's already kicked in. And then we got Josh Richardson on a nice little deal. He's getting paid $10 million for the next 2 years. But then he has a player option in 2021. If he keeps playing his ass off, Who's to know? He'll be what, 28, a fresh 28 in 2021. I don't think we're gonna have him for 10 million anymore. He's gone. So we're sitting here with two players. The two players that are getting paid the most are our third and fourth best player, if that. Because Matisse Thybulle might be our third best player, but that's a story for another day. And then we have Zaire Smith. Why did we trade Miles Bridges? Was it Miles Bridges? Mikal Bridges for Zaire Smith draft night when Mikal Bridges was a perfect fit for us. Why? Like, it's just some of the moves that this franchise has made in the past couple of years are puzzling. Trading Markelle Fultz for Jonathan Simmons. Was there nothing else? Was there no other trade that we could have made that would have netted us a better return? Like, was there no other team that was interested? Like, I really feel that Elton Brand should have been fired too. Like, I don't know what the next move is. Like, I can sit here and make these hypothetical trades on 2K all day. I can do that all day. But in real life, when you're negotiating, you're trying to get a 34-year-old man who's going to be making 100 or so million for the next 4 years. You're trying to trade him to whoever. How do you sweeten the pot on that? Like, who takes him? Tobias Harris, we might just be stuck with him, and he's just gonna have to tighten up because he's making so much money. He's 28, making 180 million for the next 5 years. He'll be what? 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. He'll be 33 when his contract's up. And it's like, I don't think we have the luxury of time. We don't have the luxury of time. So that's why Brett Brown got up out of there. So admittedly, when Brett Brown got fired, I'm like, okay, so who do we go after? Like, I don't know who do we conceivably go after. So I see reports that we're going after Ty Lue. Tyronn, he got stepped over by the greatest Sixer of all time, and now we want him to coach us? No. Like, that doesn't make sense. Tyronn Lue, with all due respect, he's just a slightly better version of Brett Brown. Like, a lot of people are saying, like, well, he won a championship. Well, shit. I could win a championship coaching the Cavs if I had LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love. I could have did that. You know what I mean? Like, I could have did that. And then we were like, and then they're talking about Jason Kidd. I don't know about that one. The two people I would want is Jay Wright from Villanova or Kenny Atkinson. Because Kenny Atkinson is a great coach. He did wonders with the Nets when he had just literally zero talent. All he had was D'Angelo Russell, and that's it. He did wonders. I don't think Tyronn Lue is the answer. I don't think he's the answer for it at all. And Elton Brand has been touting that this offseason is gonna be really pivotal, but you're trying to sit here and convince me that signing Tyronn Lue is best for this franchise. That just doesn't make sense to me. Like, that makes zero sense to me. I don't think he's the best option for this franchise whatsoever. Mike Brown, I don't think he's an option also. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And while he said something that I did like, he said that he wasn't looking to trade Ben or Joel, which is understandable. But honestly, theoretically, bro, if we don't get this shit right in 2 years, we got to start looking elsewhere. And all of that starts with this offseason. This offseason is going to mean so much to this franchise. This offseason is going to make or break the next 3 years. If we sign a terrible coach, we might as well just pack it in the bag, and in 2 years we got to start looking to trade Embiid or Ben, because we don't have the luxury of time anymore. They're not 23, 24 anymore. They're both 26 and 24. We don't have that luxury no more to sit around and just say, okay, well, give us 2 years. In 2 years, they're going to be 28 and 26. Granted, still in their prime, but if we're still the first round, second round out, we got to start looking elsewhere. But that's all I got on this topic for today. I'm a little bit passionate about this, and I just really feel like we need to right this ship. Trade Tobias, trade Al, fire Elton. That's my 3 keys to having a successful offseason. Is it all going to happen? Probably not. But that's all I got for today. If you like the video, and subscribe if you're new. And that's pretty much all I got for y'all today. I said that again. Oh well. Anyway. And I'll catch y'all on the next one.